What's up, guys? This is Big D Wiz again, oldschoolstereo.com, back with some old school Boston Acoustics goodies. These are the Pro Series .4 series from the mid-90s, so I'm going to show off some of the ones I have here and tell you guys about them. So let's see what they're all about. Alright, first up I'm going to talk about the Pro Series 5.4. And actually these I purchased new back in November 17th, 1994. You might say, well, how do I know it's November 17th, 1994? Well, let me show you. I have the original invoice. Can you see that? November 17th, 94 for Boston Acoustics Pro .4 series. And that credit card number is no good anymore if you try it. As you can see, these were not sold at a retail price, they were sold at a discount. But anyway, they were purchased in 94, which was 17 years ago. And I still held on to the original box, and I've got the manual, and I have used these speakers in, 2 or 3 different cars. But I tried to be real careful with them when I removed them. There's a little bit of silicone around the edges there I need to scrape off. And the crossovers have some rusty screws. I'm trying to find replacements, but it turns out Boston uses a strange size or something, because I've only been able to find just a few. But anyway, and there's the tweeter. So these 5.4s back in the day were comparable with the ADS, the 320 IS, and there were a few other models that were also very high-end. MB Court had some, the Q series that were very high-end, but these were highly sought after. I believe they were $400 list for the 5.4s, but they had the titanium dome tweeter, which at the time it was one of the smallest tweeters you could get. It actually sounded pretty good. Actually sounded really good. The crossover here, you have an option for a flat or -3 dB, and I had my tweeters mounted on the side panels on top of the door, so I did need that -3 dB. I actually tossed the extra mounting modules for the tweeters, and luckily somebody had some for sale recently I just picked up, so I've got all the extra ones, the flush mount, the angle mount, the surface mount, all that, so that's great. And I'll try to show off each of these speakers to kind of show you what they're all about. As you can see, or you may not be able to tell, but this is a cast aluminum frame, extremely durable. And again, these speakers just sounded great, and I actually have some proof of that. This is a May-June 94 edition of the Car Stereo Review. As you can see, they have a picture there of the Neo 4T tweeter, and it says actual size, but let me show you something. This is pretty funny. That is the actual tweeter. That is not the actual size. And the following issue, they actually do admit that the printing was off and it was not actual size, but that doesn't have really anything to do with the quality or anything. I just wanted to show you that was pretty interesting. So here's the article in Car Stereo Review. As you can see, the 5.4s, just like the ones I have. And I won't bore you with all the details, but what I will show you is the bottom line and what the reviewer said. The best component speaker package I've heard to date. That's a pretty bold statement. And I wasn't fortunate enough back in the 90s to have the ADS and the MB Courts and all the other ones. I kind of wanted all of them, but after I heard the Bostons in a local store, I thought I just had to have them. But that's pretty impressive. In addition to the 5.4s, I've actually got some of the 6.4s. And I didn't pull out the extra tweeters because they look the same. And you may have seen this one in an earlier video that I did, because you can see it's got a chip missing there out of the basket. Not really sure how that happened, because these things are really durable. But anyway, there's the 6.4 LF. These pretty beefy again, has a cast aluminum basket, pretty big magnet. This would need to have a spacer to fit in most doors, and you could actually get this as a 6.4 system, or you could get it as a 6.4.3 that came with a 4-inch mid-range as well and a 3-way crossover. And I would really love to find one of those, but they're really hard to come by, finding that complete system. And for the Pro Series, in addition to the 2-way component systems, they also had subwoofers. And Boston offered a 8-inch, 10-inch, and the missing one here is a 12-inch, 12.4. And I believe the 10-inch and the 12-inch were available in either 4 or 8 ohm. And 8-inch, I'm not sure if they were ever available in 8 ohm or not, but these are the 4 ohm models here. This one's in really good shape. I've got the speaker grill for it also. Again, the basket on these is cast aluminum, very durable. And let's see if I can pull out this 10.4 so you can see it. I don't want to flip it over on its grill. But this is actually an 8 ohm version, and I've got 2 of them, so that's good to wire them in parallel and have a 4 ohm load. But this one's in superb condition as well, thanks to someone for taking care of their speakers and passing them along. I appreciate it. Alright, and I almost forgot that I have a manual as well for the subwoofers. As you can see, I'll go ahead and correct myself. I'm sure some of you will. But there was not an 8 ohm version of the 12-inch or the 8-inch, just the 10-inch, denoted by the .8 versus .4. And here are the specs for the subs. You can see the continuous input power, frequency range in car, the mounting depth, etc. And here's some more interesting information for some of you who may come across these and want to build a box. The sealed enclosures, pretty small at the time especially. Look at that 8.4, 0.3 to 0.5 cubic feet. Up to a little bit over 1 cubic foot for the 12. That's still pretty good. And they give you some more what they call competition enclosures. Those are ported, give you a little bit more output. And just so you guys know, I'm going to put links in the information of this video, so make sure to check it out. I've scanned in both of these, and I'll put links so you guys can download them if you ever need these manuals, because it took me a while to come across this one because I've obviously held on to the other one. But you know, if you need them, then there you go. You can have a free version. It took me 30 minutes to scan. Well, there you go, folks. A brief overview of the Boston Acoustics Pro .4 series from the mid-90s. As you can see, have a nice assortment of them here. And just gave you guys a preview. I am planning on using the 5.4s in a project, which hopefully I'll be able to work on that soon, and you'll see what's going on with it. Appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to try to start using Twitter more, so if you guys like Twitter, go ahead and @OldSchoolStereo. Go ahead and friend me, follow me, whatever they call it. Not going to do the Facebook thing, just can't get into it. But sure, follow me on Twitter, and I'll send out updates whenever I put out new videos. You guys subscribe to my channel as always. This is Big D Wiz signing off. I'm out of here.